You're actually a Supreme Commander player, not a StarCraft player, right?
Which is even better than StarCraft because it's a real RTS. It's the only one out there.
The only real RTS.
Yeah, everything else is an RTT.
You don't want to be invited to BlizzCon, do you? They watch my videos.
I don't care.
You don't care.
StarCraft is only the thing is StarCraft is not an RTS but an RTT, real-time tactics. Supreme Commander is a real RTS. That's the thing. Your mind is kind of blown right now because you don't even understand what I'm talking about.
I understand.
Hello and welcome to Williamson's Bridge. It's another ranked game from the ladder. Ranked game from ladder, that makes sense. And this one we got Pebble playing as Aeon. Really nice to see both Pebble and Aeon. Hopefully Pebble plays a little more, and in the Galactic Wars he plays for Aeon. Definitely need good players. And he's taking on XBX-Diligence, who's going Cyber. Of course, Diligence played extremely well last week as that part of that XBX team, taking on Don Caputos. Really carried his team. An excellent 3-2, very respectable 3-2 loss. And there we saw Cybern absolutely dominate. I think those are the first real big glimpses, together with Voodoo getting knocked out by Crazed 3-0. Cybern versus UEF. Same with Diligence, showing just how powerful it is against BC Congreve. But here he's going to have to take on Aeon, and Aeon, I think it's still the most dominant faction at Tech 1 on land. And looking at Pebble, he was known for very good light assault bots, and he's got two of them coming out on either side. And for people not familiar with Williamson's, and if you want to play ladder, you definitely got to learn it. It's now on the ladder rotation. One maybe an annoying thing about it is that the starting mask extractors are really far apart, so you really got to do a lot of walking. So you want to do builds with one or two mask extractors for your ACU. And here we might see a Mantis versus light assault pod fight. And I think now with the new turret speed, light assault bots, no matter how much you micro, you probably won't be able to beat the Mantis. There are the light assault pod though in the back. This rock in the back, there's one in the back of the other base as well, becomes a very critical part of people's build order. So taking out the engineer that gets that rock is very critical. Of course, that the reason it becomes critical is that the mask tractors are so far apart. But let's see if that affects Diligence too much. No, it doesn't look like it really did. And now once again we got flares against Manti, and Manti just keep getting kills. Not really sure if it was a good idea for Pebble to not make any Aurora. So far these Manti ran everything over, 3 kills for one, 2 for the other. Total domination, but the flare for Pebble up top, still looking for one more kill. Could definitely take out this engineer, and you can see Pebble definitely remembers this map. Goes straight for the rocks. So far third land from Pebble that he seems to have aborted. And he's still sticking to the flares, and looks like the ACU is going to go to the place where Manti dominated the most. The ACU for Diligence is going to go ahead and pick up mask extractors down the left side, so it looks like the two ACUs are going to split up. Very important scout here in the middle from Diligence. Going to see if anything crazy goes up the middle. So far he has seen nothing. So the early fighting, we got to really give it to the Manti and the flare, so quite even, maybe a bit of an advantage for Diligence. Looking at the economies, we see a significant advantage in power. It's 40 extra power, and he's definitely going to need it because he's going air. Air against Aeon, always a good idea. So third air, and still only 2 factories for Pebble. So Pebble a bit behind on factories now. See if that makes any difference. The scout for Diligence has spotted a couple of Auroras going through the middle. And now Pebble is just going to pull back. There is 3 Manti going to the middle. So a nice move from Pebble, drawing in some units away from the sides. It's a nice move, leaving the scout to see if they actually come in. And now Bomber is ready to go for Diligence here, minute 4. Meanwhile, we've seen an engineer for Pebble go in the corner, picking up a couple of mask tractors, and a group of flares, which really is not in a position to kill anything. Here comes the Bomber for Diligence. Let's see how well it does. Oh, there's so many engineers here. It looks like that's not what the bomber's going to get. 4 Mante through the middle for Diligence. Bomber for Diligence, just a very expensive scout so far. And let's see what is the response. No response. Oh, a couple Tech 1 flags. No kills for that first bombing run, but only 1 mobile flak. Mante going up the middle. Diligence sort of stuck with his ACU. He's probably too busy microing the bomber. And the bomber still no kills. It's got to get some kills here on the second pass. More. Takes out the Raider, I think. I'm kind of bewildered there. Diligence flew like four times over Bevel's base and only killed 1 Raider. So that's very disappointing. Meanwhile, the Manti keep pushing up. And a point defense, very good point defense here for Diligence. He's going to try to stop the ACU of Bevel moving up. Of course, Diligence with air has got total recon. Diligence running away from flares. That's that doesn't make any sense. So far, total land spam from Pebble. Not even thinking about air, but now has a whole bunch of engineers on power. Perhaps trying to catch up to Diligence. If he gets that much power, he can either go gun or he can go air factory for himself. But so far, just 5 land factories. That's 6 ones still stuck. 5 land factories for Diligence as well, but also an air factory that's now producing nothing. And this is this flare now with 2 kills. Pebble was one of the first units he created. Might actually get a couple more kills. It's a bit inexcusable for Diligence forgetting about something so important. And then your engineer is going to go ahead and reclaim it after 3 kills. And I gotta say, Diligence AC, I don't understand what he's been doing. He sort of walked away from a pretty good position, perhaps anticipating Pebble coming in through the other side, or he's thinking about getting all of his Manti and the ACU and attacking Pebble, leaving the whole bottom side to a group of Manti, about 8 Manti, which have taken everything out, but there's absolutely no engineers here for Diligence. There's 1 engineer for Pebble that's just hanging out, getting a radar system. A really nice place to get a radar. Top of the hill, probably pretty difficult to hit. And I think once Pebble realizes he's got numbers with these Auroras, he's just going to go ahead and take the whole bottom part of the map. And as expected, Pebble with a huge power now. He's got nearly 400 power. He's going to get some upgrades. And he's still producing power only with 2 engineers. A big power advantage. Let's see what Pebble does after he gets the gun. Because after you get the gun, you still got that power. And this is a nice stationary anti-air. The bombers for Diligence has been extremely disappointing so far. Although Diligence now going with some Tech 2 mask extractors. He's actually going for a second one, nearly complete. So mask extractors for Diligence and guns for Pebble. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And I think this is just a range upgrade, not the fire rate. He's going to be able to take out the point defense. Diligence, I'm not really sure if he wants to do this. I wonder, can I do taunts in this? What's the... Oh, I guess I can't. Maybe once one of them do. Pebble now retreats. He's going to do some kiting. It's going to be a great bomb there from that bomber. First good bomb from Pebble. And Pebble goes ahead and retreats while killing a whole bunch of units. Diligence takes a nice position. Elsewhere we also see a build-up. But of course now Pebble with a range upgrade can kite Diligence all day. Diligence will never have the same range as the Aeon ACU. Elsewhere we're once again seeing Manti running everything over. Pebble retreats and nobody's got the mask extractor in the middle. Tech 2 mask extractors now for Pebble and point defenses. So Pebble expecting to retreat all the way to his base. We see more mask extractors being upgraded here. Yep, so Diligence has had a mass extractor upgrading for the last 10 minutes or so, and he's now about 2.5 Tech 2 mass extractors. While pushing up against Pebble, he's going to deny at least one mass extractor, perhaps a radar, but won't be able to make it past this position of point defense and plenty of auroras. Pebble using his gun takes out the point defense, and that really opens up the top of the map. But he is a bit behind on mass. He has 2, while Diligence has 3. The difference of 6 mass per second, and it's actually a mass extractor and an extra mass extractor, Tech 1 mass extractor. And now it's actually 9. So 2 Tech 1 mass extractors plus the Tech 2. Bombers for Diligence. Still absolutely no air for Pebble, which is rather crazy. Diligence just sort of hanging out, building up some units. And on the other side, the bomber not taking out the radar. Tech 2 land for Pebble, making Tech 2 flak. We see any Tech 2 for Diligence? No, not yet. And what's after Tech 2 flak? No, just multiple Tech 2 flaks and a lot of build capacity for Pebble. Perhaps anticipating gestures. One thing about not having air, Pebble has never seen Diligence base. All he knows is there's bombers coming out of there every now and then. Meanwhile, Diligence knows everything that's happening, but Diligence quite a bit, actually no, he's now caught up and has more power than Pebble, but producing air, it seems, is costing him. And he's got some pretty major power problems as he goes for another push against Pebble on the right side. Pebble might think about going an attack here. Pretty even numbers, but auroras with range can do good things. Pebble here with 30 kills, some overcharges. Might be trapped, but most likely he won't have much problems. And it looks like this is the reason Diligence had power problems, is that he's in the middle of an upgrade. Let's see what that is. Some more overcharges for Pebble. He's about to get 40 kills. And some Tech 2 flak, now 4. Pebble means no more flying, Tech 1 air for Diligence. Diligence now looks like he's got an inferior force, so Pebble waited till he got a superior force. Now he's got some Tech 2 flak there as well. He's going to push. And if Diligence doesn't respond, he's just going to be shot at distance. Some free kills there. And he goes in an assault and kiting from Pebble here just in time. And that's going to be pretty bad for Diligence. You can see not many losses of auroras. Very well played with Aeon Micro. So Pebble's showing, even though he doesn't play like at all, he's still one of the top players. Really glad to see him play in Aeon as well, and it'd be nice to see him in the Worldwide People's Championships. See how well he can do against Craze and Zoc. The gun for Diligence now. Here comes a bomber as well. But Diligence, of course, has major problems on the other side. Looking at Tech 2 mask extractors, now we're seeing 4 for Diligence. Still no upgrades. Just the gun on the ACU. So most of the extra eco for Diligence has gone into mask extractors, and you can see that's an advantage of 10 mass per second. Actually, it seems like it's a little less now, with Pebble making good progress on the left side. However, Diligence now getting an anti-air turret. Pebble is just beginning an air factory. Very surprising that Diligence is getting an anti-air turret. And Pebble very carefully, just like any Aeon, this is how to play Aeon, is to be very careful and methodical. Take what's given to you. There's a lot of obsidians here. That's 4 obsidians, that's a lot of firepower. Pebble getting an upgrade, perhaps he's going to get the fire rate. And this has been a very slow, methodical game. Definitely favoring Pebble. He's got that really good victory here. He's going to get a lot of reclaim. Let's actually see what the reclaim numbers are. Nearly 4,000 for Pebble. 400 power. He's been sitting on 400 power for a long time. 2,500 for Diligence. Plenty of power and a bit of excess. Actually, gestures probably wouldn't be that good of an idea given the tech to flak, but still that extra power needs to be used for something. I think he's been using it to upgrade his mask extractors and actually going for a 5th. So Diligence here, feeling that the game is kind of slow, just goes ahead and makes his eco better. We're seeing 1, 2 Tech 2 mask extractors for Pebble. Pebble definitely invested a lot more into this force. These are expensive units, about 300, 400 mass each. Actually, let me look that up. What is the cost of an obsidian? 360. So I was right. I was right in between. 300, 400. So and so together, this is nearly 1,500 mass. That's 3 of these is a Tech 2 mask extractor. Actually, a little more expensive. Of course, 400 damage per shot. 1-shot kill against any Tech 1 unit. Diligence has to be very careful. Looks like Pebble is on a big assault here. An overcharge. Obsidian's lost. Pebble though with a fire rate. So this is now a much more powerful gun. Bombers from Diligence. So here, minute 16. Got major events. Obsidian's leading the way. Diligence targets them and takes them out. Still a couple of Obsidians in the field. And it looks like Pebble here might be going for the kill. Actually, now he's targeting Manta instead. Obsidians, 4 kills, 3 kills. They do have a lot of health, but I think maybe a bit of a waste of Obsidians there. Pebble now running out of units. He still has a couple. With Diligence surviving here, 24 kills. Actually, Pebble not stopping at all. Let's see if he follows up. Actually, on the other side, we get an attack from Diligence. Plenty of Obsidians. Should be able to take care of the situation. More overcharges. Quite a few Obsidians died to Diligence ACU. Now Pebble with a huge reclamation field. Actually, let me get back to regular view. I see Manta running all over the place here. Taking a long way to go help the commander. Elsewhere, we might see a slaughter of Manta with the Obsidians now going to move in and take care of the situation. So Pebble taking map control, it looks like on both sides with Tech 2 land. Tech 2 land versus Tech 2 mask extractors. Tech 2 land 1, and it looks like Diligence now is going to skip Tech 2 land, go to Tech 3, given that he has 6 Tech 2 mask extractors. Let's see if this pays off. So he's given up map control here, but he's about to get Tech 3 to try to regain it. Of course, he did lose a lot of units in the process as he was retreating. And Pebble can make up for the loss of nearly 20 mass here. But he can reclaim a lot more. Pebble now 6,500 reclaim. Diligence to 3,500. So 3,000 difference. Couple of Obsidians here. Quite a few kills. Getting bombed. Actually, nice dodge there. Probably inadvertent. Finally, some scouts from Pebble. Pebble has finally seen a Diligence base, and he will see this factory going to Tech 3. Of course, Tech 3 land is going to be pretty scary. But with Aeon, one thing about early Tech 3 land, you're not that afraid of them, given the long range and the overcharge. You just gotta make sure you got scouts, because of course stealth from Cybern will hide those Tech 3 units very well. And an interceptor is going to take out this bomber. Already had 3 kills. It's going to hit the shields, which are going to regenerate. Are we going to see Tech 3? We're going to see Tech 2 engineers. Perhaps point defenses. Tech 2 point defenses is what Pebble is going to do. That's what I'm assuming, at least. Now he's going to make power. He's going to make more Tech 2 engineers. But Aeon Tech 2 point defense is actually, out of all the different factions, quite effective against Tech 3. Unless, of course, Diligence goes with bricks here, minute 20. and he goes straight to bricks. So he basically skipped all the Cybern units, went from Mantis, but apologize, there are a couple wangers here. So 2 wangers, Mantis, 2 wangers, and then bricks. And the reclaim continues, the radar. Of course, once the reclaim runs out, this is huge economy from Diligence. Although now with Pebble picking up all the extra mask extractors, he is beginning to catch up. But overall here, coming up minute 20, very low power game Diligence. Now he's going to retreat. He's going to lose a Tech 2 mask extractor. It's a precious mass he needs. Each one of these bricks actually takes quite a bit of time to build. And now here comes the first brick. He does not want to lose that to an overcharge. A lot of flak here as well. This is where it's very important to get air to spot the brick. Brick has the range, although actually it does not have the range on the Aeon upgrade ACU. Elsewhere we're seeing Pebble push up all the way, and Pebble has engineers in position. It's a sign of a great player's engineers in the field, waiting to take the opportunity. Actually an engineer in the middle as well for Pebble. So Pebble with complete map control now. But it looks like he may have seen the Tech 3 and now he's going to retreat. Diligence will push back. Very disappointing. Nothing but a couple Manti running back and forth through the middle. Nobody's really doing much. You gotta say this is quite open. This would be a nice target or radar. A lot of obsidians plus some blazes. Some reclaim as well. Free mask extractors. Let's see what Pebble sees at this point. He's got plenty of power and mass. He's got Tech 2 now. Of course with Aeon, now he's going Tech 3 land. With Aeon Tech 2 air, once you got Tech 2 power is always a good idea. Had some really nice scouts. You did see some Tech 3 Arty that Diligence has. And now Pebble is about to mass stall. Let's see how he reacts. I think he's trying to finish his Tech 3 factory desperately, but it's costing him a lot of mass. Diligence, meanwhile, now has a Tech 3 arsenal. He's going to move his trebuchet in the right position. He's got a brick on the other side. He's going to play defense. But he's also got some mass problems. He did lose 2 Tech 2 mask extractors, so he's down to 4 Tech 2 mask extractors. And in this position, actually, Pebble has more mass production. And now, of course, the trebuchet. Big splash on the Cybern Arty. See how well Diligence uses that, 11 kills. She's shooting in the middle. Pebble with the Aeon gun, about to get 80 kills, Diligence only 34. The question is, what the heck is this Arty shooting at? Could have had a couple shots directly on this force. And now that's exactly what it's going to do. Pebble is going to retreat. Both players, actually no, it looks like only Pebble making Tech 1. It looks like Diligence is going to recycle. It's going to be 1,000 mass. So those 4 factories, almost the cost of a brick. TMD going up for Diligence. And Pebble now. Map control really slipping away, especially up on top. That's an interesting position on those Manti away in the corner. But quick NGs. As soon as you get any map control, you gotta grab whatever you got. Should be mask extractors or reclaim. Here comes the brick. Together with a couple wangers and Manti, and another brick. So 2 bricks on the other side. On the right side, a whole bunch of Manti with a trebuchet leading the way. And here we're going to see obsidians versus bricks. Looks like bricks are going to be targeted. And out of all the Tech 2 units, obsidians is the only ones probably have a chance against bricks. One of the bricks goes down, and actually another Arty, it seems. No, is this Arty shooting across, trying to help out. Probably not helping on that shot. There is friendly fire from Tech 3 Arty. Here comes a nice wreck. Let's see who gets that one. But obsidians, really proud of these obsidians, although they took heavy losses, took out one of the bricks. Major scouting from... Well, I might take that. I'm pretty sure there's friendly fire on Tech 3. I know for allies there is for sure. Okay, that was some excellent anti-air there from Diligence. 23 kills. So far the best unit of the game is the Trebuchet. Although I think it could be much better. Some shields now from Pebble to protect against all the artillery. He's also got some Harbies and some Absolvers, some shield destructor. I mean, when you're playing Cybern, why would you make that unit? I think that may be a mistake. I think you may have wanted to get a sniper. Because, I mean, it can't even kill Mantis right now. It's killing a Mantis because it got such a huge range. But what does it look like? Finally, I'm going to find out how much damage per shot. 5 damage per shot for the Absolver against non-shielded units. We all now know. I don't think that number is actually in the database. Last time I checked. Pebble now pushing up ahead, hitting the terrain. Seeing more bricks. Oh, now this Trebuchet just might die here. It needs to pack up and leave. It's going to stand its ground and fire. There are some Harbies in this position. So now we're seeing Tech 3 in the mix, and this is where it becomes very dangerous for the ACUs. Diligence 39 kills. Retreats, and elsewhere we're seeing a progress with that brick. So Diligence beginning to take back some map control. But Pebble, this is something I don't really see enough. ACU together with Tech 2 shields, the Aeon ACU. So if Alex or Tempest is watching, this is how you use Aeon with Tech 2 land. You got to get the ACU with the double gun and get the shields. You get those mobile shields. This is what you can do when you get Tech 2 power, or when you have a excess power. One shield takes 125 power, so you need 5 P-gens or 6 P-gens. Pebble once again. One thing about Aeon, of course, the longest range. It's going to once again take out a Tech 2 mask extractor. And I think both Tempest and Aeon, Alex, love to play like this, so they should appreciate it. Just got to bring the right tools, and don't say Tech 2 Aeon land is not good, because there is shields. Diligence looks like he's seen enough. He's going to push up ahead. He's got a couple of trebuchets. This one's 41, has survived. He's going to fire away at Pebble's ACU. Obsidian's still alive. And on the other side, I may have missed a big fight, but a brick with 18 kills remains. And a Harby. Actually, there's another brick here with only 2 kills. But total domination by bricks. There's a Harby standing on the doorstep of Pebble's base, making sure nothing too crazy happens. Multiple Harbies now. And now we're slowly watching all the Tech 1 disappear, being replaced by Tech 3. Pebble now 109 kills. Trebuchets now there's 3. And once these build up in number, it becomes very dangerous. Pebble now suddenly has a lot of mass. I think he's also got a cruise missile launcher, which will be interesting. Pebble has multiple Tech 2 mask extractors. He's got Tech 2 power. I don't see any TMD. He's got a lot of very good targets for missiles. I'd love to see some missiles from Diligence. And it looks like Harbies are going to evict this brick. The brick might take some units with him. It looks like he's targeting the Harvey, so he probably won't. Be a nice wreck. Harvey survives. And let's see what kind of counterattack Pebble can do on the left side. There's a couple of really good reclaim opportunities that Diligence has missed, and throughout this entire game. 13,000 for Pebble, 8,000 for Diligence, 5,000 difference. Translates into 4 bricks. And there's one of them right there. Might as well grab it. 2 bricks are going to play defense. There's only 2 Harbies plus some Aurora, so very even forces. Perhaps a slight advantage to the bricks, especially with all these trebuchets standing by, which you can shoot across. I also seen multiple Harbies for Pebble up top, and a cruise missile launcher, yes, and some arty. So this Tech 2 mask extractor will be taken out. We're also seeing a cruise missile launcher from Diligence, Does Pebble have TMD yet? He's now finally going to get TMD, but of course Aeon TMD, you can't shoot around it. And if you have ACU missiles, you can shoot over it. Bricks are now coming in on an assault. Love to see a deceiver with them. If they had some stealth with them, they'd be extremely potent. And let's see if with this Arty, Pebble wants to do a T3 Arty shootout. I think he will be outgunned given that there's 3 now. One thing about Aeon, of course, they are better accuracy, but not as big a splash. But let's see how effective it is. What is he shooting at? Takes out a couple Manta. We just saw a scout. And looks like a cruise missile now from Diligence. Tech 2 mask extractors. So both players trading Tech 3 or Tech 2 mask extractors here with cruise missiles. Tech 3 on Tech 3 Arty fire. Pebble getting hit. Big splashes. Meanwhile, bricks shooting the wall. More bricks coming in. So 3 bricks on the bottom. Only 2 Harveys. Could be a bit of a dangerous situation. Pebble trying to get some free reclaim. And I can't believe Diligence here. Missing huge opportunities of reclaim. And I bet you he is mass stalling. So he definitely needs that mass. And if he doesn't, he needs to put more engineers in this factory. You can see he's only putting enough engineers in this factory to keep his mass perfect in balance. Pebble using the Aeon advantage with the shields. Arty's now with 5 kills. Where is the Arty for Diligence? Did Diligence just lose all of his Arty? I see dead Arty. I think Pebble, I did see him scout, and this could be what this Arty kills are. There's 10 kills, and this is the advantage of shields and Aeon accuracy against Cybern. Stealth is countered by air, so those Artys were spotted in a couple shells. Took care of them. So now Diligence is in a bit of trouble. He tried to do a Arty standoff against Aeon, and he's now losing. Elsewhere, we're seeing 3 bricks moving in. They're going to run into a point defense. They need to take care of that as soon as possible. A lot of Aeon shields and Harvey standing by for defense. Elsewhere, I see Pebble in a wall. This is what you wanted. This is great. I haven't seen an Aeon play this well in a long time. This is just basic Aeon gameplay. Excellent stuff. Great to see Pebble on the ladder. The bricks having a lot of trouble taking out a point defense, but I'm pretty sure they'll eventually do it. This will be a very important fight, but I think those bricks might be in a bit of trouble given all the shields and the numbers. I think they're already getting more kills, now 20 kills between them. And if they're in range of this factory, it'll be very bad. Shields doing their job. And now the bricks. This brick was on the edge of the hill. Had nowhere left to go and is going to die. Together next to his dead buddy. So major victory for Pebble. That really opens up the door to either take these troops to the main battle or to take them around the side. Actually, Tech 3 max extractor is going out for Diligence. Okay, so Diligence, that's really the mistake that was made, is the reclay. I keep saying that, but getting Tech 3 max extractors without getting that. Of course, the excuse is he is facing Pebble in a major Arty standoff, and he just lost the major battle against the bricks. And there is still a single brick here trying to hold the line. Probably claim a couple of Harvey's lives. And I see the shells from Pebble falling directly into Diligence base. Wouldn't be surprised if Diligence puts up a couple stationary shields here. I think he needs to. That brick really ran into a lot of firepower there. Oh, and I think that was a loss there. A couple of those arties break through. A couple shields die. And Pebble now with a setback. Once again, 3 Tech 3 arties putting fire on Pebble's force. All the shields are down, but on the other side, a major breakthrough. A brick died. And one thing about Pebble, he's got engineers all over the place reclaiming, although he's got a lot of opportunities here he needs to take care of. And I think Diligence now switching position of his ACU. He knows he needs to do a lot of defense on the other side of his base. He's almost done with the Tech 3 mass extractor. Probably can't wait till that's done. Be in a much better position. At this point, the mass is even. That's going to give him a huge advantage. Tech 3 already now firing across. Major scouting going on from Pebble here, minute 34. Pebble getting more shields once he gets the shields. And actually, it looks like he lost some arty here as well. So Cyber and arty strikes back, even though they did get killed here, which we didn't see how. They're now striking back. They repelled one attack and they repelled another. So Diligence here, nearly done with the Tech 3 mass extractor. While Pebble doesn't really have that many, but he does have Tech 2 power generators. Major power advantage, which means a lot more shields or a lot more air. Sneaky engineer for Diligence, trying to get free mass. Ain't gonna happen. We're also seeing Tech 2 air for Pebble, some swift winds. And that's gonna really make Diligence worried, given Mercy. Anytime Diligence goes down in health a little bit, he might be put down with some Mercies. And there are already Mercies on the field for Pebble. He's gonna make sure he has those standing by if he ever gets the opportunity to use them. And we can see now the mass income for Pebble just skyrocketing. He's now got 17,000 reclaimed. And he's using quite a bit of it. While Diligence has got 10,000 reclaimed. He's actually catching up on the reclaim a little bit, which is nice. I think the ACU finally. Diligence, thank you. I bet you the Tech 3 mass extractor is done. And Cyber and arty is just being beautiful. Yeah, they're just raining down hell on those Harveys. As much as I love Aeon, Cyber definitely have the best arty. More scouts coming in from Pebble. One way to counter this arty, which is quite easy, especially, or cheap, especially against Cyber and don't have shields, is with Tech 1 bombers. You can see the health here is 1200, so 6 Tech 1 bombers will take care of that issue for you. Assuming they all die after the first pass, then you might even need less. Pebble really being forced back now. 27 kills. And that's what happens against the Aeon. Much more accurate. That's where you really got to use stealth and finally some stationary shields. And of course, where Cybern have shields together, the arties can be very difficult to break past that point. We're seeing now Harveys for Pebble moving around the right side or left side. Some arty for Pebble, multiple arties under shields. Gonna make life difficult for Diligence. Diligence, is he gonna get more Tech 3 mass extractors? Given the way he's been playing so far, I wouldn't be surprised. He's gonna get some anti-air turrets. He may have seen the Mercies. And actually now with no reclaim, we're seeing Diligence does have a slight advantage in terms of mass income, and that's the Tech 3 mass extractor. Another thing both players have, they have a big reserve of mass and the Tech 1 power, and they're now firmly in the Tech 2 power stage, so might see them start reclaiming that. 23 kills, 34 kills. This one is just rolled off the factory, and it appears that now Diligence has paused his Tech 3 land production, getting more TMD, which is very strange. You do not want to pause your land production because Pebble hasn't, and his force is going to get bigger and bigger. You need bricks to be able to repel this type of force. I think Diligence might be relying on his Tech 3 Arty to repel here. Oh, a couple of Arties are going to die. I think they're kind of going up ahead of the shields. Bit of a micro mistake there from Pebble. And now force a stealthy force of hunters through the middle, which are definitely seen because of all the scouts. Now we're seeing the shield go down, and now it's going to be taken out. Very strange how the health is now dealt. This is not the way it used to be. It's like the unit is hit and then it does that. That as if something was changed. I don't understand. Maybe it's this computer. Or, and now both sides taking damage. Yeah, those Arties just got taken out. I think Pebble there that was a lapse of concentration. If he had the shields on top of his Arty, was in such a good position, then this Arty is almost dead as well. So Diligence does not want to go away yet. Although this artillery here with one kill might get some good ones. This is now 7 bricks against, I think 7 bricks could do quite a bit of damage if it wasn't for Pebble's ACU, but if they target Pebble's ACU under these conditions, Pebble might be in quite a bit of trouble. And we can see both players scouting this entire time. They're scouting. That's the best way to think about what you're going to do, is while you're scouting. Don't think and scout and then miss your plane while thinking. And more shields going up. Cruise missiles for Diligence, and they're actually being fired now. There is some TMD and actually some losses, which looks like I missed. This used to be a Tech-to-Mass extractor, I believe. More cruise missiles coming in. And now Tech 1 Air for Pebble. Pebble continues to make progress. He's got more Tech 3 Arty in position. That was a lot of engineers there in one shot. 16 kills in the Arty. Diligence is firing back. So both sides here, it's bricks versus shielded Harbies. This is the never-ending fight between Aeon and Cybern, but so far the Tech 3 Arty has been very nice for both sides. And I think most players, if they would have played like either one of these players, they would have won a long time ago. It's just that neither one of these really made major mistakes. There were some minor ones. And let's see, now the bricks are moving in. Pebble is going to respect it. He will pull back. Especially that he's got his ACU there. Pebble, of course, gambling this entire time a little more than his counterpart. Diligence just fighting a couple Harbies, not really in too much danger. Oh, that was unlucky. I think he overcharged the ground there. Oh, it just overcharged the ground again. Oh, now finally overcharged. But this... Oh, and the Mercies. Oh, no. Oh. Well. I was just saying about Pebble being all dangerous and Diligence being safe. I got it completely wrong, but... Hope people enjoyed this one. Definitely did. And anybody's playing Aeon, watch the way Pebble played this game. Go in Replay Vault. He doesn't have too many games. And watch the progression from Tech 1 to Tech 2 to Tech 3 and how he used his units. It was really great to watch. And at the end, Mercies. If you're Aeon, people, of course, get mad at you when you use them, but whatever, they lose. So hopefully people enjoy this one.